to this beat.
Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure that you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. I thank everyone for tuning in. Appreciate you. Thank you for all the love and the continued blessings that are coming my way of this podcast and Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. You are now rocking with the best. Since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Follow me on Twitter at Gamecocks Talk. Follow me on Instagram at Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. And wherever you get your podcast, you can find me at Apple Podcasts. You can find me on Spotify. You can find me on whatever mode of your getting a podcast to listen while you're driving down the street. You can find Captain Will. All right, we're going to have a good one today. I said we're going to have a good one today. Before we did our shot, because we won by 16 points, before we do our shot, I got to thank for a couple people that I talked to and talked about and chopped it up today at the basketball game. So I want to say hey to Maggie Ray, what's good? LaShonda and Jonathan McQueen, got to do a special shout out to them and beautiful people, and hook me up with some goodie bags, and I'm gonna check out when we get to the crib. And Chance and Simona, BC Young, Janice Rogers, and Big Rick. Big Rick, this for you, brother. This is for you. Yo, met your wife today, beautiful woman, beautiful spirit. And I hope to eventually one day meet you. Miss you, brother. Miss you for real. Ernest Boyd and family. What is good? Finally met Ernest Boyd and good old Joyce Goodwin. What is good? Gamecocks in the house. So y'all know how we do. It's a victory. We won. We got 10-1 now. 10-1. We're gonna play again to Thursday against Charleston Southern. So it's shot o'clock. Cheers. So get your drink of choice, adult beverage or orange juice or sweet tea. It don't matter. Cheers. Woo! All right, let's talk about this game. How y'all feel about this game for real? How do y'all feel about the South Carolina women's basketball team, the three-time national champions, playing South Florida today? I'm gonna tell you like this right here, because y'all know Cam Will. I gotta keep it real. I have to keep it real. And I gotta take out my hat because I'm getting a little hot. So alcohol just pouring through me right now. So let's have an adult discussion right now. This game today was one of those games that was like, okay, let's go and get this thing over with. School, you got graduations going on up in here in Columbia. You got things popping. We ready to go for Christmas break. It's just get this game over with. The Gamecocks came out on fire, had 24 points in the first quarter. It was like, okay, this is going to be a ultimate blowout. The thing popped up on the screen like it was Gamecocks show, win by 80. No, not win by 80. We could have won. But score 80 points. You get some Bojangles or you get something free. Can't remember right now. I tapped my wife on the thigh and it's like, hey, baby, don't worry about that. We're going to score 107. I'm like, we scored 24 points in the first quarter, and we scored 54 points the rest of the game. That was not the best effort for the South Carolina women's basketball team today. It wasn't. It was not. That was not. And if you sitting where we sat today, and we were about 30 feet from Dawn Staley, she was hot. She was pissed. She was livid in the fourth quarter. She was pissed off in the third quarter because the attention to detail, the sense of urgency for this basketball team today wasn't there. So she was hot. And having this discussion on the way back to the car, it's like, okay, how do you motivate the players or the ones who've been there before and did, the champions and in a long season, how do you motivate them? How do you keep them interested? And the answer to that, that's the coaching staff. It ain't no secret sauce. These still kids. These still babies. These are still young people who have their own college needs and their own goals and all these great things that's going on in basketball. And it's a long season. These girls already, the season is long. And this was a game that the Gamecocks should have won by 35 points, 40 points. It is the truth. It's the truth. And we played Charleston Southern on Thursday. Then we played, Watford on the 29th. These girls ready to get the conference play. I just got to keep it real. They are ready to get the conference play and then go on to the tournament. They are trying to stay healthy. They are trying to work the kinks out. And today, we just got to keep it real. This is not the Captain Will show where I say, oh, everything was great, everything was amazing, blah, 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 blah. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to wave my towel. Like we played like great. We didn't play great today. No. We did not play great whatsoever. We played pretty good. Pretty good. I know Dawn Staley going to have she's going to have a fit in practice. She's going to have a fit of practice because there was a lot of things to clean up. First quarter. 24 points. They had 12 points. First quarter, we shot 67%, 10 for 15 from the field, 4 for 5 from three-point line. We was incredible. Powell had 6 points. Feagin had 6 points. Chloe had 2 points. Breezy had 6 points. Watkins had 4 points. Raven had 3 assists and 2 rebounds. We was lighting them up in the first quarter. South Florida shot, 37%, 38% from the field, and 0 for 0. 0 for 0 from the three-point line. We was running them off the line. They couldn't take three-point baskets. That was the first quarter now. We move on to the second quarter. Let's move on to the second quarter. Second quarter. We scored 19 points. They scored 19 points. That's not a good look. It's not a good look. We shot 44% from the field. They shot 53% from the field. They were 1 for 1 from three-point line. We were 0 for 4 from the three-point line. Okay. Now here's the things right there. So in the fourth quarter, they shot better. They had 8 rebounds. We had 10. They had 2 assists. We had 3. That's how they crept up back and then gave them some life because they hit with 19 points and our 19 points and they shot better than us. They felt pretty good about themselves going into the half. And then the third quarter, here's the third quarter right here. Okay. So the third quarter for the South Carolina women's basketball team, we had 21 points because, in the third quarter, Dawn makes those adjustments and does, do the right things to get everything together. We had 21 points. They had 10 points. They shot 20% from the field. We shot 50% from the field. So we had a first quarter, we played great. Second quarter, we didn't play great. Third quarter, we played great. And then what happens in the fourth quarter? Yeah, you got it. Fourth quarter. We just don't. They had 21 points in the fourth quarter. They shot 44% from the field. We had 14 points in the fourth quarter. They scored us by 7 points. We shot 46% from the field, but they out-rebounded us. They had more assists. They shot 4 for 5 from the three-point line. If you watch South Florida as well, and everybody on here watch the game or will watch it in the future, they constantly moving. Boom, boom, boom. Moving, doing things. Mama Dembele had 5 assists in the fourth quarter. Okay? She was getting the ball to them. She was getting the ball to them in the right spots that was hitting some buckets. And South Florida came to play. They did not give up. Their coach was constantly on them. We just didn't play well. We were inconsistent. We were inconsistent in the fourth quarter. We were inconsistent in the second quarter. Those things cannot happen in the big games. This was not a big game. This was it was supposed to be a get back game But I don't feel that we got back. We didn't play nearly as well. We played against TCU, who was a really good basketball team. TCU blew out South Florida by close to 40 points. Okay? We didn't play as well against Iowa State or against Purdue. South Florida is not as good as TCU, Iowa State. I don't think it's good as Purdue. So it's the ups and downs, the even flows of basketball. It's really, really tough to gauge, and you don't know what is going to happen in the course of a basketball game. Excuse me. So, in terms of our girls, I mean, we had some ladies who balled out. Shout out to Sania Feagin, who put in work today. Sania Feagin finished with 14 points, 7 for 10 from the field, 18 minutes. 17 points in 18 minutes, had 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, and 1 steal. She did some things tonight. And I'm so proud. Just so proud of Sania Feagin playing the way she is playing. It was so cool to see and just wonderful. Ashlyn Watkins played well, almost had a double-double, 10 points, 8 rebounds. I mean, and Watkins played 20 minutes to play half the game, had 4 block shots. I mean, she was stonewalling. This was the Ashlyn Watkins that we know and love in terms of block shots. She was putting in work today. The Gamecocks in the whole had 8 block shots and 12 steals. So Watkins had 4, Joyce had 2. Shout out to Joyce Edwards, who played well too. I mean, she's so consistent. It's so fundamentally sound, so pretty to watch. 6 for 11 from the field, 15 points. I mean, 21 minutes, 1 steal, couple rebounds, 1 assist, 3 for 3. 3 for 3 from the free throw line. And in general, because going into this basketball game, we were shooting about 70% from the field. I mean, from the free throw line. Well, tonight, I think we could close the door on saying South Carolina is not a good free throw shooting team. I really do, because this is back-to-back games, and we've had about 3 or 4 games where we shot the ball exceptionally well from the free throw line. Tonight was 11 for 14, 79%. That's really good, y'all. So we will go up the rankings again in terms of free throw shooting. We shot 52% for the field. That's good. That's pretty good. I mean, I ain't saying this, but that's good for Gamecocks. If we shoot over 50% from the field, we shot pretty well. We were 5 for 16 from 3. We did not shoot the ball well from the 3-point line and shot 31%. Going into this basketball game, we were shooting about 35%. Well, that didn't happen in this game. Powell was 2 for 5. Breezy came out on fire, hitting back-to-back threes, finished off with 9 points. Raven was 1 for 3 from the 3-point line. And shout out to Raven, too, because even in her shooting woes, she steals ball. She had a team high of 6 assists, had 4 rebounds, had a steal, had a block. Raven was putting in work today. And ladies and gentlemen, with all the pressure that Mama was putting on the defenders today, Raven had no turnovers, none. Gamecocks as a whole had 12, which is our norm. We are averaging about 12 turnovers. Now, South Florida had 20. We had 12. And the bulk of those came from Fulwiley had 5. Now, Fulwiley didn't play her best game tonight, but she still had a highlight play. And I was jumping for joy, almost jumped on the court when she made that play. But she was off today. 2 for 6 from the field, 4 points, 5 turnovers, couple assists, 20 minutes of play. Tessa was a little off today. She was off her game statistically. Only had 2 points, 0 for 3 from the field, 0 for 2, from 3-point line in 16 minutes. It happens, ladies and gentlemen. It happens. So Fulwiley, this is Carolina versus all these other teams. Okay, when you have players like a Hannah Hidalgo, when you have players like a Juju Watkins and Paige Beckers and all these wonderful players that the media constantly talks about, when they have a bad game, their team loses because their usage rate or they playing so many minutes. If they having a bad game, they shoot a bad field goal percentage or they have a bunch of turnovers. 9 times out of 10, they're going to lose a basketball game because they're playing 35 to 38 minutes. With our basketball team, you had Tessa, who didn't play her normal basketball. Tessa played, 16 minutes, had 2 points. So who stepped in and got those point productions from Tessa? Powell still had 10. Chloe had a 10. Breezy had 9. It always gets spread out. It's always spread out. And I love that about our basketball team because you don't know who's going to go off. I thought I was pretty sure, and I was pretty much right. I thought that Chloe's going to go off. I thought that Powell was going to go off. And I thought that Joyce was going to go off. And Watkins, for that matter. So I said 4 players were going to go off. Well, Powell had 10 points, 2 for 5 in the field, 23 minutes. Okay. Chloe had 10 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 17 minutes. Sounds pretty good to me. Joyce, 15 points, 2 rebounds. Sound good to me. And the final one who I said was going to have a great game, Ashlyn Watkins. Almost had a double-double, 10 points, 8 rebounds. Yeah, that's solid basketball. Nobody on South Carolina's team played more than 23 minutes. And that was Powell. Nobody. 23 minutes. Oh, my mistake. Raven played 26 minutes. So back that up. Raven played 26 minutes. Powell played 23 minutes. You had a couple, most of the players played under 20 minutes. That's South Carolina basketball. Regardless, we playing South Florida, or we playing Charleston Southern, or we playing UCLA or UConn. That is the recipe for greatness for us. Here's the point. Okay. I, myself, my wife laughs at me, myself, when I say that, like, boy, what did that even mean? I don't know. I hear people talk. Me, myself, I don't want to see this whole line change no more. I don't want to see it no more. Because we do the line change, it is great. It's great for the fans. Me, I was standing up, cheering, doing my thing. Yeah, doing my talent. Yeah. Doing all those things, right? Every time we do a line change, 5 for 5, the other team does a run. It changes the whole trajectory, the whole rhythm of the basketball team. It does. I don't want to see that no more. Yes, we have more talent than everybody else, but we're doing 5 for 5. We sub out 5. It literally changes everything. So the rhythm that the previous 5 have, the next 5 don't have it. Is that the reason why, they scored 21 points in the fourth quarter? We scored 14. Is that the reason why? We also know when Dawn gets a nice lead, she kind of sits on the ball. Oh, I ain't going to say it's like Dean Smith 4 quarters type, because it ain't nothing like that. But she kind of works the clock. I don't want to see it no more. I don't want to see it. Not no more at all. I don't want to see any of those things. I want to see the continued rotations throughout the basketball game. I don't want to see it. No. Let's keep this thing 100. No more of that. We play Charleston Southern on Thursday. Girls got a break. Don't play another game for 10 days. These ladies need a break. They need a mental break. They need some exhaustion. They need to do some woosah moments and be a kid for a little while. Get away from basketball for a little bit. We're going to win Charleston Southern by 70, 80, probably 90 points. And get away from it. We got some work. And then we play Wofford. Okay. No disrespect to Wofford. But that's Charleston Southern and Wofford on the same path. I'm getting blown out. These girls need to rest, recuperate, and release, and just get away from basketball. Okay? For a minute. Dawn was hot. She does the normal walk around and take pictures around the arena. And when this whole 12-minute thing started at the arena, that thing pop up on the thing. You have 12 minutes to leave the Colonial Life Arena to exit. I'm like, what the hell? When did stuff start popping up? First of all, not a great idea. I don't know what's the reason for that. 12 minutes ain't gonna happen because the girl's gonna be circling around, taking pictures and autographs. You can't rush greatness. What's wrong with that? These kids and grown-ups and all these people out in the stands been waiting. These are celebrities. You're gonna walk around and say, oh, you gotta be gone in 12 minutes. Well, I'm here to say right now, I know good damn well I wasn't there out in 12 minutes. My wife wasn't. We were waiting. We were talking to the girls and taking pictures and all that other stuff. Nobody know what if you go to the bathroom? If you go to the bathroom, you talking about I only got 12 minutes. You better hurry up. Make no mistake about it. Nobody rushing to get out the bathroom. Come on. You want to sell some souvenirs and all this? That's not a good policy. I don't know what the policy is, but you don't say that you got 12 minutes to leave. No. Y'all need to do better. I'm just saying. Gamecocks won. It wasn't pretty, but a victory is a victory. This includes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure that you subscribe. Tell a friend and tell an enemy and tell a baby mama and baby daddy who ain't paying child support. It don't matter. Tell them all about Captain Will. You're now rocking with the best. And since you are rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's